IF, everyone, what is going on? I am back with a brand shiny new segment for Fridays, and it is seller news. So I thought about how I could bring more value to you guys in a timely manner, or a more timely manner. So I wanted to do a seller news segment to give you guys updates with Etsy or things impacting online handmade sellers, online Etsy sellers, some news, some other fun stuff, some other fun segments that I can throw into this new Friday episode for you guys, just so we could stay informed and have a little fun along the way. So welcome to Seller News. Hey everyone, LL here, your host of the Handmade and Beyond podcast, and I'm happy to announce and be back with you guys for the Seller News segment to keep you guys informed and have a little fun along the way. So I got a good episode for you guys today with lots of really informative content to keep you guys updated, and then we're going to have a little fun at the end with a special segment that I got for you guys that I'm bringing back. So let's dive into some important news for Etsy sellers and sellers in general that affects you. So the first one is the IRS just announced a mileage increase for write-offs so that you guys can write off your mileage that you're using for your business. So if you're going to the post office, you're going to pick up supplies, things like that. The mileage rate has increased by 4 cents for the remainder of the year, so it's up to 62.5 cents. So not a lot, but hey, any little bit helps, especially with gas prices, what they are now. So make sure that at the end of the year, when you're filing your taxes, you're taking advantage of writing off that mileage, and you're tracking your mileage as well, so you know what to write off. All right. The next thing is the Germany Lucid ID number. A lot of people are concerned about, freaking out about. Basically, it's an ID that you have to apply through Germany to be able to sell to German residents. So basically, you got to submit your information, your business information. There's more details about it inside your Etsy dashboard. But you cannot sell to Germany without getting your Lucid ID number. So if Germany is a big source or has a big customer base for you, then it's probably something that you want to look into doing. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with submitting their private information to another country, which I don't blame you, but it may be a sacrifice that you have to make if you sell a lot of stuff to Germany. If you don't sell a lot of stuff to Germany, if you're like me and maybe you've sold like one or two things in the entire 9 years that I've been selling on Etsy, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to apply for the ID. I really don't care. So it's not going to impact me one bit or another. Just because it's something that's rolled out doesn't mean that it's something that you guys have to do. So make sure that you're doing your research on it and seeing if it is right for your business or not, and making that decision. But I just want to let you know that deadline, I think it was this week. So you have to, in order to sell to Germany, you have to have had that ID or applied for the ID. If you want to sell it for it in the future, you're going to have to apply for that ID. The next thing I want to reiterate, and this is stuff that I talked about in episode 119 of the Handmade and Beyond podcast, but I'm going to touch on it really quick. But if you want the in-depth ins and outs, make sure you go to episode 119. But that is the purchase protection program that Etsy rolled out starting August 1st. They even invested around $25 million for this new program to protect buyers and sellers for instances of packages getting lost or stuff getting damaged in the mail. It's stuff up to $250 that will be covered under protection program. Now, there is some criteria. You got to make sure you have valid tracking and stuff like that. The list of criteria is in the Etsy dashboard, or like I said, go to 119. I break down all the criteria to make sure that you are qualified to get that purchase protection program or meet all the requirements to get it. You're automatically enrolled in it, and you just got to make sure that you're doing the things necessary, such as valid tracking, shipping stuff out on time to make sure that you fall under that protection if it does happen. Now, if you're over $250, you're not covered, but you should be getting insurance, shipping insurance anyways, for expensive stuff. The next thing that I talked about in 119 was Etsy lowered the bar for the star seller program, the ever controversial star seller program. So all the details are in that episode, but basically the gist of it is you have to maintain, instead of a 5 average review score, they lowered to 4.8 average review score. And then in order to qualify, there's obviously the same other criteria do apply. Shipping stuff out on time, and your review score still qualifies. And then in order to also qualify, before it was 20 orders in a 3-month period, now they lower that to 10 orders in a 3-month period. And also the $300 in revenue, that's still the same. It's just they lowered it from 20 to 10, but you still have to have $300 in revenue to qualify to get the star seller badge in a 3-month period. And still the other requirements, you have to have been selling for 90 days since your first sale as well. So all the criteria are in the star seller tab in your Etsy dashboard. So make sure you're looking at those changes. Make sure you're seeing how you stack up in order to get the star seller badge. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you, and this is kind of crazy, and maybe you've seen it in the news lately, but Ohio State University just trademarked the word "the." No joke, they trademarked the word "the." So yeah, I know it's frustrating that people can and companies can trademark such common terms like that. But also keep in mind, it's in the context of their branding, in the context of their school. So you can still have sell stuff that says "the" in it, as long as you're not using Ohio State's colors, referencing Ohio State. So keep that in mind too. So don't freak out too much, but I thought it was pretty crazy that they're willing to trademark "the," or did pass the trademark of "the." So be careful as far as what you're selling, what terms you're using. You can always go to the trademark database to research trademark terms. But if you're not purposely targeting, Ohio State, targeting football using "the," it's a slang term to them. So I just wanted to kind of bring it up in this episode to let you know that there is common terms that are trademark that you don't realize that are trademark. So you just have to be careful when you're using them or how you're using them, and make sure you're not targeting the same things that they are targeting as far as the trademark usage, which is kind of the big thing that raises red flags. A lot of people do it purposely, like Disney and all that type of stuff. I mean, those are obviously trademark terms, but there are ones out there like "the" that are not super obvious. The last thing I want to leave you guys with as far as news type stuff is Etsy just released not too long ago their Etsy fall trend report. I'll put a link below. These reports are always good to give you guys ideas for new products or keywords to capitalize on. So make sure you're looking at them. I mean, they're pretty good resources of information. The main things that this fall report talks about is, of course, back to school stuff, Halloween stuff. So there's a lot of good nuggets in there, gold nuggets of things that you can prepare for and capitalize on come those time periods. So if you're not selling that type of stuff, maybe you want to start selling it. If you are selling that type of stuff, maybe you want to make sure that your keywords are targeting those audiences appropriately. So yeah, this is a great report. Make sure you guys are looking at it to get ideas, to make sure you're in line with the trends, because it will help your business. It really will. And Etsy puts the time and energy into creating these reports, and not everyone takes advantage of them. So I would highly recommend looking at it and kind of seeing the information that's in there and how you can use it for your business. The last segment I want to leave you guys with is an old segment that I used to do. I'm bringing it back because it is pretty fun. Is going to be the Freaky Friday segment. So this is a segment where I dive into the Etsy marketplace and I find some funny, weird, I already said funny, weird, hilarious, whatever the case may be, interesting out there stuff that's on there, crazy stuff that's on there, and bring it to you guys because some people sell some some pretty interesting stuff on Etsy that you can't find anywhere else. And I'm always interested to kind of see what is out there and what's selling and what weird stuff or funny stuff is in the Etsy marketplace. So here are some things, and if you're not watching this, I'll describe it as best I can if you're listening to this, so that you guys can see what is going on here. But I'll post pictures if you are watching it so you can see. So the first one, this is hard to even talk about keeping a straight face, is a teeth cloud. So it's a cloud that I guess you can hang, but it looks like a cloud. It's a ball of cotton, but it has a pair of teeth in the middle of the cloud. I'm not sure what you would use this for, other than freaking someone out. But yeah, it's legit. It's a teeth cloud. You guys can buy it for the low price of $98.50, which is, I think, a really good deal for a teeth cloud. I don't know. I'm not in the teeth cloud market, so I don't know if that is a good deal or not. But you wouldn't believe this thing has sold 77 times. So hey, there's a pretty decent market for a teeth cloud at $100 a pop. I mean, that is almost $8,000. So the teeth cloud market is booming. So pretty hilarious, pretty hilarious stuff. But wow, it never ceases to amaze me what I find on Etsy. The next one is tiny ghost jar. So you can adopt a ghost. This comes in a little jar. It's basically a cotton ball with two eyes on it, and then it has a name. This says Bloody Mary on the top of the jar. But yeah, I guess this is kind of a novelty gift. Yes, but it's probably big around Halloween. I guess it's kind of cute. I don't know. There's a couple of different kinds of ghosts that you can collect. I don't think it's real, so don't buy this thinking that you're getting a real ghost. I think a real ghost would cost more than $5.50. But hey, who knows? They do have the bestseller badge on this tiny ghost jar because this thing has sold over 1,700 times, which, again, mind blown, freaking crazy. But you don't shortchange yourself. If you have an idea, if you have a niche, there is something for everybody on Etsy, and this is no different. But hey, if you're in the market for a tiny ghost, you want to adopt a ghost, you want to get a pet ghost, you can definitely go to this shop and snag one. I will post a picture, or I did post a picture on here, so you guys can see what is going on. All right, the last one I got for you guys is a stupid repellent. So it looks like Off brand, but it's called Dumb Off. And so it's like a gag gift. You can get it and give it as a gag gift. It's $11.99. So real good price to prevent people from being stupid, I think. And then, but this is sold 146 times. So yeah, $12 a pop. That's a decent chunk of change, a decent profit. I don't know. Some days I think maybe I should get this for myself. Because hey, I do stupid crap every once in a while, so maybe I should get some Dumb Off. But definitely should keep this handy, maybe in your car for people that cut you off or something like that, and just spray it and make you feel better. I don't know, or maybe you just want to get it as a gag gift. I don't think it actually works. There's no cure for stupid yet. But yeah, definitely a funny gift. So those are the three things that I found for you guys for the Freaky Friday segment as part of the new seller news that I'm bringing to you guys on Friday. So that was it. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll be back with our normal podcast next week, as well as a new Friday news segment for you guys to keep you updated, to keep you informed as far as what is happening in handmade in the Etsy world. If you guys are joining these podcasts, let me know. Put a comment below wherever you're watching it. Leave a review, leave a comment. I really, really appreciate it. I read every one. If you have ideas for future content, let me know as well. I want to make sure I'm bringing you guys the most value possible in these episodes. So that is it for today. Have an amazing rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Talk to you guys soon.